You're listening to Country Music Junkies, hosted by Patrice Whiffen. This week on Country Music Junkies, I am pleased to be chatting with country music newcomer Rachel McIntyre Smith. Rachel, how's it going?
It's going great. I'm so excited to talk to you today.
Yeah, no, we're super excited about it as well. I know you have a lot going on, just dropped a new single, and we're going to get there. We're going to talk about everything. But first, I kind of want to take things back a little bit and introduce you to our listeners. You're a Tennessee native. When did the country music journey sort of begin for you?
So, my country music journey began when I was writing an essay for college. It was like 3 a.m, and I had a horrible writer's block. And I remember that someone had told me that there was this really catchy new country artist, Casey Musgraves, who had a song out about biscuits. And I love biscuits. And it was at 3 a.m. I was in the library by myself. So I had nothing else to do. And I turned on pageant material, and I was blown away. It was just such a cohesive album as far as songwriting and sounds, and it just made me absolutely fall in love with country music. Obviously, I'd grown up in Tennessee. I had listened to country music growing up, but I had never listened to it as like my primary genre.
Right.
And so Pageant Material by Casey Musgraves was really my country music awakening, if you will.
There you go. I love that. Now, what was that was the point of your country music introduction, but when did you decide, you know what, I'm going to make this a career myself?
It was probably, I'd grown up wanting to be a musician. I had been writing songs and writing about my past experiences and all that good stuff since I was in like 8th grade.
Okay.
But I didn't have like a specific genre that I was in until I listened to Pageant Material, and I was like, wait, all these experiences I have growing up in a small town, like all the Southern culture that I love, can all be channeled into my songwriting through doing country music.
Right.
And so it was just a little bit after that I wrote my first country song, and that was my freshman year of college. So that's been about 5-6 years now. So I've been writing country music and knowing that's what I wanted to do.
Now, would you say that Casey Musgraves kind of influenced your style and your sound and your own sort of voice, or are there other artists that kind of mix in there too?
Casey is definitely one of my big influences, but I would say that my big influences are Taylor Swift, Shania Twain, Linda Ronstadt is a huge one. I love Linda Ronstadt. Carole King, because she has all these amazing piano parts, and piano is my primary instrument,
right,
as well as Miranda Lambert and Casey Musgraves.
Excellent. Well, I mean, you hit some pretty big names across the board, which is fantastic, and nice to know that they kind of play into your style and your sound. Now, if fans haven't heard any of your music before, is there a way that you would describe it?
Yes. So, I have been using the term rhinestone country a lot.
Okay.
I like doing bold, confident songs that are fun, and I wear like a lot of sparkles on stage. I like wearing pink and purple and bold colors on stage, and so I feel like rhinestone country sort of encapsulates that, because I like to make a statement.
Yeah.
I like to make a feminine statement a lot of my songs.
Love that, though. That's so awesome. Good for you. Now, I want to talk about the single that you dropped back in October, High School Reunion. What's the story behind that song?
Yeah, so when I was in high school, I was class president all 4 years.
Oh, wow.
And when you're a senior and you're the class president, one of the responsibilities is you have to plan every single high school reunion for the rest of your life.
Oh, my goodness.
And so when I was a senior in high school, I was thinking, like, okay, 10 years, no sweat. I'm going to be, like, rich, famous. Like, I'm going to be made in the shade. I'm not going to have a problem planning my high school reunion. And right before the pandemic hit, I got lunch with one of my fellow class officers, and I hadn't seen him in a long time, and he just like made a comment in passing and was like, we're going to have to start planning our high school reunion soon. and it hit me. And then the pandemic hit, and, you know, all of my plans got completely shot for touring and all that good stuff. And so I was just sitting at home thinking, like, okay, I have to start planning my high school reunion. Let's raise a glass. The past 10 years really kicked our class. And so that's how the song was born. And it was really fun when I released the song. I put out a call to my listeners and my community, asking them to send me their high school photos for me to use in the lyric video for it, so it would look like a yearbook.
Right.
And I was able to incorporate over 80 of their high school photos in it, and so it was really fun getting to, you know, include all of them in the lyric video.
Right. That is so fun, and I love the story behind that. What a cool one for sure. The fans, be sure to check out High School Reunion, but now we're switching gears to the current single, Baggage. What is the story behind that tune?
So, Baggage, I wrote that after I got broken up with at the beginning of the pandemic last year. So, right when the pandemic started, I don't know why, but I was like, let's start online dating. And so I ended up meeting this guy, and we just dated for just a little while. And when we started dating, I opened up to him about going to therapy for my anxiety. And a few days later, he called me up and said that he was breaking up with me because I had too much baggage.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and so at that point, I was also in a weird spot because my lease at my current house was expiring, and so I had all of my physical baggage out in my house,
right,
like packing everything up. There were stacks of like my show clothes in one corner, and then all of my music gear, and just everything was just strewn about. And I was thinking, like, wow, I have all of this physical baggage right in front of me when someone has just told me that I have all this baggage. And I was really upset about it for like maybe 24 hours. And then my confidence kicked back in. And I remember looking in the mirror and thinking to myself, he just sees me for my baggage, but I could be the whole package. And then I was like, you know, that'd be a solid song. So that's how Baggage was born.
Love it. Oh my goodness. I love the authentic stories that are kind of raw as well, but I feel like that makes them all the more relatable to listeners. Now, Rachel, if fans want to connect with you and they want to check out Baggage or High School Reunion or any of your other tunes, where's the best place for them to go for that?
I keep my social medias up to date all across the board, so they can follow me on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok at Rachel McIntyre Smith. And that McIntyre is spelled McIntyre.
Love it. And we'll be sure to include a link to your website, rachelmcintyresmith.com, with the posting of this interview. Rachel, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much.